In this video, I'm going to show you what I do and what I've done over the past decade plus of my life to get in shape, stay in shape, and also help clients drop 10 plus pounds a month. Let's get into it. This is what I do and have done for the past 10 plus years to transform my life, show up better, look better, feel better, the whole nine. And it's by controlling what I eat. Now, for whatever you have going on in your life, whatever lifestyle you're living, I've worked with all types of people from blue collar, professional gamers, business owners, rock stars, all the above. So I'm able to meet people where they're at. And most people, they don't need more information. They don't need more motivation. They need clarity. They need structure. And this is how you do it. You take control of the little basic things that we have control of throughout our day, which isn't a ton of things, but we can control them and you backwards plan for them. With that being said, got a couple pounds of chicken tits on deck. Chicken breast, that's what I'm going with for now. The last week or so, I've been doing chicken thigh. Little switch up. I'll do beef occasionally. It's just beef is so fucking expensive that chicken breast is the most bang for your buck. It's $2.57 a pound. Way leaner than beef and chicken thigh. And you can eat a shit ton of it, especially when you're eating protein numbers like me or what I get my clients to eat to change their bodies, change their results. So, with that being said, I keep it super simple because I'm a simpleton myself. What we're going to do is we're going to unpack these bad boys and we're going to cut them up. Well, first off, we're going to cut this white shit off because that is all fat. White is fat. And then from here, we're not going to cut them like hamburger. We're going to cut them like hot dog. Y'all remember that back in elementary school? Hamburger and hot dog, folding papers. Anyways, I find that they cook better if you cut them long ways, the breast. Not hamburger. They stay more tender and juicy this way. If you cut them hamburger, cut them thin, they just, for me, I'm sure if I marinated them and put a bunch of effort into it, it'd probably be better. But for me, I don't have a ton of time just like everybody else. I'm busy. I don't want to make picnics out of every single meal that I eat. So the more simple, the better. The less friction, the better. The more adherence. And that's what's happened with all my clients too. When you start to try and get fancy with it and do these cool fancy moves or meals or cuisines, recipes, you tend to not be able to stick to it. And for most of us, we got shit. We got bills. We got daily responsibilities, obligations, jobs, whatever. Taxes, right? We got to get shit done and move on. Get it done, check it off, move on. So as I cut these up, which I'm going to go ahead and jump to the next clip, I'll show y'all the next move. For this particular prep, I'm going to be grilling these chicken breasts. Sometimes I'll throw them in the Instapot or like the crock pot. I really love the Instapot because you can set it, forget it. It cooks it super quick. And then you can shred the meat and you have like pulled chicken barbecue or chicken fajita, chicken whatever. As long as, whatever your heart desires, as long as you get some seasoning. Today, I got this cool chicken fajita Mexican seasoning that I'm going to toss in. So we're going to toss our chicken breast into the mixing bowl. Super simple, super easy still. And once you get all your pieces in there and you trimmed all the fat off of them, because we don't want to intake extra fat, we want to keep it as lean as possible. Dump your seasoning packets in there. Pretty straightforward. Looky here. Of course, I need to hit the weights. Can't rip the paper open. Pasta, get down, dude. This motherfucker's lost his mind. Smells the chicken. That shit smells good, too. You can probably smell it through the phone. All right, once it's in there, get your hands dirty. Mix it up. Come on. Couple flips, couple twists. This is what your chicken should look like. Doesn't get much easier than that. Let's go out to the grill. When I say controlling the controllables, it's not always easy, but it is those simple things. Controlling your wake-up time, controlling what you eat, what you put into your mouth, what you drink, and what you do with your body. And of course, the other things like who you hang around with, who you listen to, all those things add up and are big factors in your success or lack thereof. But let's get this chicken on the grill and get to cooking while we talk. So another big thing is realizing that we all have a lot going on. And the biggest factor that's probably holding you back and that held me back for a long motherfucking time was dropping the belief that I had it the worst, the victim mindset. Because there's plenty of people out there that are walking the dog on us. They are doing more with less. Less time, less money, less opportunity, but they're still getting shit done. When you're complaining about waking up and having to get up earlier to go work out, I was talking about this the other day on my Instagram. Get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock. Make it out of your driveway, because when you're sitting at home, it seems like, oh, I've got it the worst. I'm up the earliest. I've got all this stuff going on. Get up, get on the road 4:35 in the morning, and look at the hundreds, if not thousands, of other vehicles that are already on the road, getting after it, whooping our ass, getting ahead of the day. Somebody's lighting shit off in the backyard or in the woods back there. Anyways, what I'm saying is, it doesn't really matter what cards you have, what your circumstances are. It sucks, sure, but they only fucking get better if you play those bitches. The cards that I'm talking about. So either you do or you don't. And there's these things that we can control, like prepping some food ahead of time, bulk making food, so we can have days worth of food to easily grab and go, be accountable for what goes in our body, and be accountable for our results, our progress, our life. Guys, this smells amazing. Check it out. Look at them. All right, we're back inside. We just finished chopping up our chicken breast. This is like 4 pounds worth in this Tupperware. Sad that it's plastic, shrinking our taints out here. But tons of protein already, and this is the biggest clutch move you can do, is immediately, obviously let the meat, whatever you're cooking, let it set, rest, cool down a little bit. But then go ahead and chop it up while it's still warm. It's easier to cut. Just chop it up into chunks like this. Throw it into Tupperware, a big old bowl that you can put in the fridge. So for the bulk of your meals, not every single meal, but for the bulk of your meals, you can grab shit out, throw it into another bowl or a plate, weigh it out, making sure that you're hitting your macros, your protein, your carbs, your fats. So it's easy, accessible, creates little to no friction in your day. Because if you were to have to make a chicken breast or make a meal on demand every single day, you're not going to fucking do it. I wouldn't. And I'm a simpleton. I'm not going to do that. So the easiest, quickest way, the most sustainable way is to make sure you bulk prep your protein and most of your carbs. I'm going to cook up some rice. I'm going to cook up a couple cups worth, steam it. Might take 15 minutes. Set it and forget it type of thing. Especially if you have an Instapot or a rice cooker, that's even better. But I'm not going to show you how to make rice or what that looks like. I would hope as an adult you're watching this, you've cooked rice before. If not, you're lazy, you can buy pre-made rice, minute-made rice, throw it in the microwave, whatever you got to do to get shit done. Potatoes are a great option too, but I'm not doing potatoes this week. But you would need to just bulk prep your potatoes or your carb source, so you can have one big bowl of your carbs, whether it's rice, potatoes, or a mixture of both, whatever. And then your other bowl or two, if you wanted some chicken and you wanted some beef, and the other thing. Bulk make it. I'm telling you, this is the way to stay ahead of the game. Prepare for the busier times of the day, the weeks, because we're all going to have them. But here's the deal. Just eating clean can still make you fat. You can overeat any food that's out there. It doesn't matter how clean, organic, or fresh it is, right? Knowing what is in that food, cuckoo clock, is going to determine what your body's going to look like, how your body changes, reacts, responds, performs, how you feel. It's all in the macros, and macros are your protein, carbs, and fats. How do we know how much of this chicken or beef that you need to eat to make sure you're keeping lean muscle coming on, to keep body fat coming off, to keep moving that needle forward? You do that by first establishing your macronutrients for the day. If you need help, click the link down in my description. I'll help you out. Drop your body stats in there. I'll crunch some numbers and I'll shoot you back the numbers that you should start off to make sure you're pointed in the right direction. Once I shoot you those numbers, you're then going to need something like this, a cheap old food scale. This is off Amazon, like 10, 12 bucks. You're going to throw it down and weigh everything that you eat before you eat it. Because you might need to know how much of this or that or this or that you will need to hit close to those numbers. And it's not about being perfect. I'm not perfect either. It's about being close. Little daily base hits that just gets you close, like horseshoes and hand grenades. Perfect is never going to happen. And as long as you're close, damn close, one day at a time, a lot of shit will start to change. That being said, hope you all learned a little something. Gave me time to prep up some food, which maybe took 20 minutes. Now we're set up for the next couple days. See you on the next one.